story of the General Motors Holden's proving ground at Lang Lang, Victoria. The story behind Proving Holden. Behind this story is another story. The story of years of research and automobile proving ground in Australia and one of the finest in the world. Let's take a look at it. This is the GMH Proving Ground. More than 2,000 acres on it, 55 miles from Melbourne along the Bass Highway at Lang Lang. Here on the shores of Western Port Bay, General Motors Holdens have spent nearly £500,000 to prove every engineering development that goes into Holden cars and commercial vehicles. This proving ground and the tests carried out on it have been developed from the experience gained from more than 2 million miles of tests at the General Motors Proving Ground in the United States at Milford, Michigan. Let's take a closer look now at the tests devised by GMH engineers to prove new ideas and forward designs for Holden, to prove them under all the varied road conditions to be found in Australia, and under extreme conditions they should never meet. Tests on sealed roads. Tests on a gravel road. On unimproved roads. On a long, steady hill. And a sharp, steeply climbing. On straight stretches and around hairpin bends. Over concrete potholes. Through mud and through water. But let's follow through from the start the two main proving schedules carried out at Lang Lang. First, the durability schedule designed to test the car's performance, road holding, and economy. Under this schedule, vehicles go through 25,000 miles of testing. 25,000 miles conservatively estimated to be the equivalent of 75,000 miles of normal owner driving. The test begins with a 60 miles an hour run along a straight stretch of sealed road with the vehicle slowing from 60 to 10 miles an hour in top gear. At 10 miles an hour, still in top gear, the car begins to climb a hill with a gradient of 6 feet in every 100. As the car accelerates at full throttle to the top of the hill, precise performance checks are made. The car then enters an unimproved road section at 35 miles an hour. This is followed by a second gear test on a hill with a rise of 15 feet in every 100. Tests to prove Holden petrol economy are carried out continuously during the durability schedule, and critical measurements are made on instruments set up inside the car. A fifth wheel, attached to the rear of the car, is also used to check actual distance covered against fuel consumption. In this test, an observer measures petrol consumption at predetermined stages and checks other vital factors. To be Australia's own car, Holden has to be at home in all kinds of conditions. Conditions like these mud and water bath sections. This testing proves that both in body construction and engineering design, Holden will stand up to the severest conditions. On the proving ground, stop signs really mean stop. To prove Holden braking efficiency, GMH engineers use special equipment which automatically applies brake pressure for sudden stops at 25 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, and then 70 miles an hour. During these tests, the car is braked almost to a standstill from 60 miles an hour every 4/10 of a mile for 5 miles. Prolonged and severe tests designed to check brake linings and drums thoroughly. A fully equipped service garage has been installed at the GMH proving ground so that engineers can make a regular inspection of vehicles. Every 2,000 miles, for instance, throughout the durability schedule, the vehicles are put on a hoist and the brake linings are inspected. During stopping and starting tests, the car's electrical parts are thoroughly checked. Even the horn gets its share. To accelerate the treatment a vehicle's transmission is subjected to in city driving, the car is first driven in reverse for some distance. It is then run downhill with a fast change to second gear to test backloading on the gear. Tests to check the car's road handling qualities include the negotiation of this severe hairpin bend. One of Holden's biggest features is its ability to perform well on all types of roads. To prove Holden's headlights and taillights under the severest conditions, the tests continue at night. After 25,000 miles of grueling, searching testing, the vehicle is completely torn down. Precision instruments carefully measure the wear and tear as the vehicle is stripped of every component. Suspension, transmission, gearbox, clutch, kingpins. Nothing is missed. The second main test series of the GMH proving ground is the rough track schedule. On this section of the proving ground, the body and suspension are subjected to abnormally severe punishment. On this kind of track, drivers are limited to 2 hours at a stretch. These conditions quickly confirm whether steering and suspension and the car's other structural parts have the stamina necessary for long life on the worst kind of Australian outback road. Tyre life is checked over rugged stretches like this crushed rock section, and the strength and durability of Holden's famous aero-built body are proved under the most searching conditions. the grueling tests 6 days a week, 24 hours a day. This is calculated, methodical testing at its toughest. Every bend in the roads, every bump, every pothole, every tiny detail of this proving schedule is planned to make sure that not one single facet of Holden design is left to chance. Holden is the only car designed and built specifically for Australia, and only Holden is subjected to this kind of exhaustive testing, right here in Australia under Australian conditions. The complete range of Holden vehicles is tested at Lang Lang. Sedans, station sedans, utilities, panel vans, all undergo the same exacting proving schedule. It is through the GMH Proving Ground and the work being done there that General Motors Holdens are ensuring that the new Holden, Australia's own car, is the finest car value for you.